I see the lights responding. Perfect. It's really pleasant in here today. Yes, it does. I'm glad they left the coolers on all day and all night. Yeah, it did. It's just an absolutely gorgeous day today. Yeah, music's about right. Can you hear the music? Okay. All right, perfect. All right, good to go. Yeah, I want to leave it on. I'm good with it. Yep. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Labor Love, Fitness and Wellness. I'm Cindy. We have Tim and Deborah today. This is our gentle chair-based yoga, anti-rheumatic. We go through all the body parts, joints especially, keeping everything unlocked and moving. So we're gonna ground ourselves. Feel the connection with the chair. Notice how it's supporting you. Feel the connection with the ground, the floor beneath your feet. I'm going to sit back in my chair for a moment. Bringing everything to center, bringing it within. We're going to take a big breath in. I'm going to point this just a tad that way. There we go. Let's take a big breath, bringing our hands out as we breathe in. Breathe it out. And then breathe it in again. Big breath. Breathe it out. One more time, breathe it in, and then bringing our hands through heart center in prayer. Here we'll set our intention. What would we like to attract into our lives? Breathe it in. Meditate on it a moment. Setting that intention, let's breathe it in and bring it through heart center one more time. I'm going to place my hands above my knees, sit forward just a tad, and then I'm going to do circles with the upper body, nice and easy, taking your time. Bringing your awareness to the movement that you're making. If you feel any distraction, just withdraw from that distraction and focus on what you're doing. Bring it to center, reverse. Circling around in the opposite direction. Just slow it down. Not in a rush. We're allowing this hour, giving us this time for self-care. It's very important. Scheduling the time for ourselves. Bring it around, bring it to center. Move right on into a seated cat-cow. So I'm going to round my back out behind, dropping the chin down and in. Rise up, lengthen, Flattening the back, lengthening the spine, hinging forward. Get long. Taking our time, rounding it out. Dropping that chin down and in. Rise up. Lengthening the spine, flattening the back as we hinge forward. 2 more, just like that. Or maybe even a little deeper into the movements. Hinging forward. 1 more. Rounding it out. Send it back behind. Chin down and in. Bringing it back through center, hinging forward, lengthening the spine, flattening the back. Once again, bringing it to center. I'm going to sit back in my chair, allow the back of the chair to support me. I'm going to work on the head and the neck. So dipping my chin down and in towards the chest. Allowing the back of the neck to lengthen and release. And just breathe easy. And raising the chin up, looking at the ceiling. Or you can keep your eyes closed. It's up to you. Chin down and in. Breathing easy. Chin up. Chin down and in 2 more times. And up. Relaxing the jaw. Chin down and in 1 last time. Relaxing all the facial muscles across the brow, around the eyes. Releasing the jaw. Okay, bringing it facing forward and center. Gently bring an ear down towards the shoulder. Hanging out here for a moment or 2, relax into it, allow those arms to relax. And breathe. And then over to the other side. Taking our time. Relaxing those shoulders, let them move down away from the ears. And breathe. 1 more time, up and over each side. Hang out. Feel the lengthening, creating distance and space from the ear through to the top of the shoulder. Up and over, other side. Creating distance, lengthening through the neck, from the ear all the way through the shoulder. Bringing it back to center. We're going to rotate from one shoulder, looking over the shoulder, maybe look behind the shoulder, and rotate to the other side. Keeping our awareness within, focusing on the movements we're making. Over to the other side. Smooth and easy. Look behind that shoulder. And 1 more time, just rotate gently to the other shoulder. Looking over and behind. Facing forward. I'm going to relax back on my chair just a bit as I dip my chin down and in to my upper chest. Rolling my chin across the chest over to one shoulder. I'll look down at the floor, just past that shoulder as I allow my shoulders to relax. And I'm going to roll my chin across the upper chest to the other side. Taking my time, allowing the releasing and the stretch. Got a couple of pops there. Looking down at the floor, just past that shoulder. Relax your arms. And then roll it across again one more time towards each shoulder. Look down at the floor. Back to the other side. Look past the shoulder to the floor. Connect the top half of the circle. Look up towards the ceiling. Across the ceiling from one shoulder to the other. And looking down past the shoulder. Pause. And then raise it up again. Looking across the ceiling, connecting the top half of the circle. Gently look down to the floor past that shoulder. And facing forward. Let's take a big breath in here. Expand the lungs and the low abdomen. And breathe it out. Let's circle those shoulders, shrugging up, making a nice big circle, sending those shoulders back, down, forward and around again 4 times. Take your time, allowing your arms just to hang from the shoulders. Not keeping them tight. Just let them follow along. Making those shoulders circle around. One more. Relax the muscles in your jaw. It shouldn't be a struggle. It should just flow. Let's reverse it. Send those shoulders back. Up. Forward, down and around 4 times. Really make the most out of the range of motion that you have. Keep it unlocked in those shoulders. And now don't cheat yourself. There you go. One more full circle with those shoulders. There you go. We're going to bring our hands and our arms up into a goalpost position. Straighten out from one elbow across the body to the other elbow. Goalpost. Now bring the hands and the elbows close together in front. There you go. Open wide. Open across the front of the chest. Send those hands and those arms behind you. Dip it back just a tad. Now bring them back to goalpost. Now closing across the front, palm to palm, elbow to elbow. Open wide again. This time hinge forward, keeping the arms in cactus. Arms and hands. Now bring it back to center and then dip those arms and those hands back behind you a tad and bring it back to goalpost. Now send the hands and the arms down. Yeah, there you go. Rotate and then send them back up. And then one more time. Send those hands and the lower arms down, keeping the elbows east to west. And bring it back up. Let's close one more time. I'm going to sit forward in my chair, and here I'm going to round out. I'm going to bring my elbows down and in. As I crunch, my elbows will come in towards my belly button. Round out. And here I'm going to rise up. I'm going to do an extension. And then I'm going to crunch again, bringing those elbows down and in to my belly. Rounding out the back. And rise up one more time. Extend. Relax the arms. Once again, allowing the back of the chair or your seat to support you. Sending the hands and the fingers out in front. We're going to circle. Slow and easy. Full range of motion. Breathe with it. Just breathe easy. Bringing your complete awareness to the movements that you're making. One more in this direction. And then reverse. If at any time your arms or your shoulders get tired, you can do it towards the floor and still continue to circle the hands and the wrists. And then from there, we're going to move into pointing and flexing, straightening the arms out, bending at the wrists. When you bring the hands, bring those fingers to the bottom of the upper arms, or the lower arms, I should say, and then you're flexing up and back, bending down, bringing the fingers in, flexing those fingers back up. One more time. And then just relax it, maybe shake it out a little bit. Send one hand out in front of you, palm facing out, stop sign. Bring the thumb gently down away from the index finger. And breathe. Now flip that palm up to face the ceiling. Gentle downward pressure on that index finger so you can get a long, lengthy stretch across the hand and the fingers. And then the middle finger. And give it time. Don't force it. Be gentle. Ring finger. Pinky. And do the same thing on the opposite hand. Open wide, stop sign hand. Thumb down and away from the index finger. Flipping the palm up to face the ceiling, downward, gentle downward pressure on the index finger. Middle, and breathe. Breathe easy. I can feel it go all the way down and about to the center of the forearm here. Ring finger. And the pinky. And then relax it down. Here, as we take a breath in, we're gonna raise our arms up, open the hands and the fingers wide, take a nice big breath in, open wide. As we breathe out, gentle closing of the hands. Breathe in, open wide. Breathe out, closing. Two more. Breathe in, open wide. Breathe out. One more. And close. And from here, we'll move our awareness up to our elbows, so we're extending our hands and our arms. And then we'll bring the hands up and touch the tops of the shoulders, bending the elbows, and then fully extending. We'll get a little in the shoulder too, so we'll bring them back behind us. And then touching the tops of our shoulders as we bend our elbows, open, bring it behind, nice and easy. Breathe with it. So here, let's breathe in. And as we open, breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then from there, support the upper arm with the hand. We're going to make that oval shaped circle with the hand as we sweep across our face or under our chin. Send it out to the side. Our hand is stabilizing the upper arm. Most of the movement is in the lower arm, trying to get that side to side movement in the elbow. Sweep it across, out and around. And check in with your breath. Oh, darn fly wants a free ride. Let's reverse the direction. Out and around. Nice big oval, big sweepy movement with the hand and the arm, the lower arm, keeping the elbow stabilized. One more. There, you got it. Same thing. Other arm, stabilize. Sweep across or under the chin, out and around. Keep that upper arm as still as can be, within reason. You'll feel a rotation over from one side to the other. And then breathe. Reverse. Slow it down. Two more in this direction. Breathe with it. One more. And release it down. Let your arms relax at your sides for a moment. That's about all the different directions that the joints of the elbow can make. We'll move our awareness up to the shoulders again, placing our hands on the tops of our shoulders. We'll make big, nice sized circles with the elbows out to each side, down and around. We close, kind of collapse the chest, bringing those elbows up and back. We'll open across the chest. Now, if we connect our breath, we'll breathe in as we open, expanding across the chest, and then breathe out as we slightly collapse the chest with the elbows coming close together in front. And ideally, the movement follows the breath. So you start the breath and then you follow with the movement. And get down to the bottom and reverse. Send them in the opposite direction. Start breath, follow with movement. 3 more. Taking our time. 2 more. Relaxing through the neck and the jaw. One more. And relax the arms. Scooting, readjusting as needed. I'm going to sit up. I'm just slightly forward of the back of my chair, and I'm going to do the side bend. So down to the side, back to center. And for me, I'm going to breathe in here, upright, and then as I side bend over, I'll breathe out. And then breathe in, come to center, and breathe out. And in. I think we're at 4 here. Breathe out, breathe in. One more, 5. Breathe out, breathe in. So we're adding to our fundraiser challenge. It was 100 planks for today or 100 side bends. So we're modifying and doing the side bends, standing and seated today. We made it to 60. We made it to 70, I think. And now we're at 75. So moving to the other side of our body, breathing out, breathing in, back to center. 4 more. Breathe out, side bend. Nice and easy. Breathe in. Let's do 2 more. We'll be at 80 for the day. It's easy to do when you break it down in small segments. 1 more, breathe out as you crunch down, side bend down, breathe in, rise up. There we go. So we're at 80. All we need to do are 20 more side bends to meet the challenge of the day. From here, I'm going to do a nice, easy upper body torso rotation. So send one hand over to the opposite outside of the thigh. Look around, look behind, and then breathe. Hang out here if it's comfortable. Allow your breath to expand your low abdomen. So let the low belly expand as you breathe in. And then rotate gently to the other side. So I'm placing the back of my hand to the outside of the opposite thigh. Gently come around, looking behind my shoulder. Hanging out here, taking a nice big breath in and out a couple of times. Allowing the low abdomen to expand as I breathe in. Okay, here we go. Other side. I'm going to do that 1 more time each side. Looking around. And breathe in and out a couple of times. And over to the other side 1 more time. Looking around and breathe. Feel your belly expand as you breathe in, and then softening as you breathe out. Facing forward. Scooting forward a little bit more so I have a greater range of movement in the legs and the hips. I'm gonna pick up one leg, do a knee raise, working into the hip, and then lower it down gently. So we're moving our awareness to our hips. And we're gonna raise that knee again, and then gently set it down. 2 more of those. So raise it up and set it down. 1 more time. And set it down. Other leg, same thing. Raise that knee up. Gently set it down. You feel the movement in the ball and socket of the hip. Raise it up. And you're getting some muscle strengthening at the same time. 2 more of those. And breathe. Breathe with it. 1 more. That's it. Let's change it just a tad. So we're going to raise that knee up. Then we're going to open that leg out to the side to open the hip there. I'm going to add gentle pressure to the inside of my thighs here, getting a little taller, lengthening the spine as I kind of flatten my back out. I feel more opening in the hips here. And I'm going to release, raise that leg up, leave it out to the side for a brief moment, and then bring it back to center and set it down. And let's do that again, raising it up, send it out to the side, opening that hip, and gently set it down. Apply pressure as an option, and then bring that upper body slightly forward as you lengthen the spine, rising up, and then relax it down. Raise that knee up. Pause for a brief moment before you bring it back to center. Pause and set it down. Same thing to the opposite side. Here we go. We're going to raise it up, and always give a brief pause before you change direction. Pause, set it down. Here, inward, inside pressure, moving the hips out and open. Lengthen and rise up with the upper body, opening the hips. Release the pressure. Raise that knee. Pause. Bring it back to center. Pause. Gently lower it down. One more time. We're going to raise it up and pause. Send it out, opening the hips. Set it down. Apply pressure to the inside of the thighs. Get long through the spine. Kind of hinge forward slightly. Chest up and away from the hips. And then release it. Raise that knee. Pause. Bring it back to center. Pause. And set it down. Perfect. Okay, for the next one, remember the circle with the knee. We're going to imagine that you're drawing a circle. I think I need to come forward so the chair gets out of the way. And I'm going to draw a circle in the air with my knee. My lower leg is just going to follow along. It's going to go along for the ride. It's not doing anything because our focus is still in the hip. So we're getting a nice rotation in the joint of that hip, keeping it unlocked and fluid, moving, allowing that synovial fluid to get in there and lubricate. Here we go. Reverse the direction. Nice circle with the knee. And your hands and your arms are assisting in making that circle so you get a greater range of motion, a bigger movement in the ball and socket joint in the hip. One more. That's it. And then set it down. My ears felt plugged. Okay, raise the other knee. Circle a knee in the air. Nice and easy. And assist with your hands. So your arms and your hands are given, a little bit of a assistance in making that circle maybe bigger than what you would do if you were just doing it with your leg only. That's it. And then we'll get to this side and reverse the direction. Making a circle with the knee. Imagine that there's a Sharpie tip on the knee and you're drawing a circle in the air. Let's do one more. There you go. All right. Now that's about all the different directions that the hip can go. Let's move our awareness down to the knees. So here, I'm going to sit about halfway forward in my seat. I'm going to extend one leg completely straight and I have room under my chair, and I'm going to retract my foot underneath my chair and get a nice full range of movement in that knee, and then retract it back. So here, I'm going to breathe in here, retract it back, and breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathe in, extend, breathe out, retract. The other leg, the same thing. Breathe in, extend. Full extension, straight leg, and then breathe out, retract it back. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. One more. Breathe with it. There you go. Perfect. Okay, this time I'm going to allow the back of my chair to support me. We're doing circles again, supporting the thigh, but this time our focus is in the knee. So we'll circle, pretend that your foot is a Sharpie marker, and you're drawing a circle in the air with the tip of that Sharpie, which are your toes. 2 more. And then breathe free and easy throughout the course of the movements. Reverse the direction and go about 4 times. It's not critical to, if you did 3.5 or 4.5, it's okay. 2 more. Taking our time. 1 more. There, you got it. And set that leg down. Same thing, our hand is stabilizing the upper leg as we circle that foot, because our focus is getting movement in the knee, and we don't normally move our knee in this manner, but we're trying to make sure it stays unlocked and well lubricated. Reverse. There you go. Let's slow it down a little bit. Remember, our toes are the tip of that Sharpie marker. We're drawing a circle in the air. 1 more. Setting that leg down. All right, from there, moving our awareness down to the ankles. So I'm going to do both at the same time. I'm going to sit back, relax in my chair. I'm going to circle those feet around, getting all that range of motion in each ankle. Taking it to the outer edges of what my range of motion is. Let's reverse. Go 4 times in the opposite direction. Two more. 1 more. There we go. Okay, from there, I'm going to get a side-to-side rotation in the ankles. So sending my feet straight out, soles of my feet pointing out and away. Rotate the soles of the feet till they're facing each other as much as possible. And then rotate, keeping the toes up towards the ceiling, out and away. So inward is inversion, and then out and away is eversion. 2 more times. Inward towards midline, outwards, out and away. So, or we could say if it's inward and the inside is medial, on the outside is lateral. That's it. There you go. Let's wiggle our toes around, move them. Get a point down and flex them up and back and down and away. Maybe spread your toes. Hopefully your shoes allow your feet to spread out and not keep them contracted, not allowing the movement. There we go. Okay. From there, I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to bring one leg up and over the top of the other knee. And just relax into it. We should be warmed up and as flexible as we could be at this moment in time. We're breathing, relaxing into it. Adding a little downward pressure to the inside of the thigh is once again opening the hip. It feels different than what we've done so far. And breathe. A lot of times, so if our hips are tight, the hip flexors are tight, it affects our low back especially, and we'll have low back problems from tight hips. Okay, from there I'm going to give my knee a hug. I'm going to allow my leg to stay diagonal across the body. You feel the IT band, the outside of the hip and the thigh, a little more intense of a stretch. And then let it down. Once again, you can add a little pressure if you'd like. So for me, it feels pretty good to open the hip there. And breathe. Now let's hug it again. Get a nice stretch and breathe. Breathe through the stretch. So send your breath mentally to the tight area that you're feeling. And that's it. We're going to gently let that leg come down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Other leg comes up and across the top of the knee, and we just relax for a moment. And breathe, bringing our breath deep into our lungs and allowing our low abdomen to expand as we breathe in and out. We can add that downward pressure to the inside of the thigh. You feel it in the hip, not being forceful. And breathe. And then we're going to give that knee a nice little hug, give it a little stretch, and breathe. Let it lengthen and release. And let it relax down again. And one more time. This is an option. I'm giving some pressure to the inside of my thigh to open the hip. And breathe. And then here we go. We're going to give it a hug, leaving it diagonal across the body. Breathe through the stretch. There, relax it down and set that leg down. So now to continue on with our fundraising challenge for RWB, right, Red, White, Blue team. We're Labor of Love, the number 4 RWB. So we're doing this challenge for them. We'll do standing side bends. So here we go. We're going to side bend, bringing it back to center. So remember, we're at 80. So we're adding to that number. Our goal is 100. Nice and easy. One more is 5. There we go. And then up and over to the other side for 5. Back to center. Breathe with it. 3 more. That's it. 2. 1. That's it. Perfect. So from 80, we did 5 and 5 more, so that's 10. So now we're at 90. Are you up to some modified planks? Want to try some planks? Okay, we're going to do modified planks. I'm going to do the chair. So maybe I'll turn my chair this way. And we'll do plank with the assistance of the chair. There we go. So you don't want to dip down in the hips and get a sway in the back. So raise those hips up a little bit. Feel really strong in this plank position and just hold it for a few seconds. And there we go. We're going to step forward. 1 modified plank. All right, let's do it again. There you go. If you have a mirror to look at, raise those hips just a tad. So you don't want to cause injury in the low back. So feel how strong you are in the plank position, tightening your core, tightening those abdominals. And let's step forward out of it. Rise up. So I'm going to do 5 of these, and then we'll be at 95. Here we go again. Here we go. Get a really strong stance, holding it. Try to stay in alignment through the spine, the cervical spine, through the head and the neck. Hips are a little bit high. Tighten the abdominals and step it forward. Is that 4, 5, 3? 3. I'm ahead of the game. Don't cheat. Here we go. 2 more. It's for our challenge. We sign up for these challenges because it motivates us to do this stuff. And it's definitely not harmful. It's a healthy thing to do. So here we are. Tighten your abs. Put the head and the neck in neutral. Stay in alignment with your spine. And step it forward. So now we're at 4. All right. And then the people that you hang around, Tim helps us stay motivated. Step it back into modified plank. And of course, Deborah, feel the strength, tighten the core. Feel your arms, everything's strengthening. Now you think about which foot you stepped forward with the last few times. Step forward with the opposite one, just because. There we go. All right, we are at 95 for our challenge. We're going to end it with more side bends. Kick my water over, take a little water break. Okay, let's do it. And it's fun to change things up. So here we go. We'll do 5 more side bends each side. Then we'll be at our 100 for today's challenge. Ready? Let's do it, Tim. Tighten your abdominals to help support your low back, upper body. And then breathe. Just breathe naturally. 2 more on this side. 1 more. Perfect. Other side. We're at 95. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to be 105, aren't we? Because that's all right. It's okay to go over your goal, right? Beautiful. Yeah, because we would have needed to do 10 planks to keep it even. All right. Are you up to doing 1 full regular plank on the floor? Okay, let's do it, Tim. Let's get the chair out of the way. We can kind of just, come on, feeling pretty strong today. We can do this. All right, let's motivate each other. Ready? Okay, here we go. Tighten your abdominals. Get everything nice and tight. Holding your core, strengthening. Remember, do not dip down in the hips or cause a sway in the low back. So I'm raising my hips up a little bit, tightening everything. Let's do a downward dog from there. Stretch it out. Slippery. And then bend the knees, come forward. Gently rise up. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day from there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Tim. We're gonna take a big breath in, bring our hands through heart center, keeping our hands in prayer. Repeat after me, peace for my body, peace for my mind, and peace always surrounding my soul. Namaste. Namaste. Deborah, namaste. She's back there. Thank you, everybody. All right, Tim.